Ma'am, can I start?
Let the recording begin.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. May it please the court that the counsel David Abbas represents the appellant in the case of State of Maharashtra versus Jeremy. The counsel seeks permission to proceed with the statement of jurisdiction.
You are representing
Ma'am, appellant in the case of State of Maharashtra.
who is the appellant?
Ma'am, the state government.
Continue.
Much obliged, Your Honor. It is humbly submitted that the Honorable Court has the jurisdiction to try the incident matter under Section 378, Clause 1, Subclause B of Code of Criminal Procedure, which states that the state government may in any case direct the public prosecutor to present an appeal to the High Court from an original or appellate order of an acquittal passed by any court other than a High Court. If Your Honor is well versed with the facts of the case, the counsel seeks permission to proceed with the statement of issues.
Okay.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Your Honor, there are two issues in the instant case. Issue 1 is whether the accused exceeded his right of private defense, and issue 2 is whether the accused is guilty of the offense of murder under Section 302 of IPC. The counsel seeks permission to proceed with the issue number 1.
Yes, please.
Much obliged, Your Honor. It is humbly submitted before this honorable court that the accused exceeded the right of private defense because of the following avertments. A. The accused exceeded the harm than that was necessary to inflict for the purpose of defense under Section 99 of IPC, and B. Section 100 is not applicable to the facts of present case. The counsel shall be dealing with these avertments one by one. Proceeding with the first submission, Your Honor, the facts of the present case reveal that the accused woke up in the early hours of the morning, which means at the time between 12 o'clock and at midnight and the time when sun rises. Therefore, the accused act must be judged on the basis that the accused believed that he was proceeding against the offense of housebreaking by night. However, Section 99 of IPC provides two limitations on the exercise of right of private defense. One of them is the right of private defense in no case extends to the inflicting of more harm than it was necessary to inflict for the purpose of defense. Ma'am, am I too loud?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. In the case of Mahabir Chaudhary versus State of Bihar, the court observed that the right of private defense cannot be used to kill the wrongdoer unless the person concerned has a reasonable cause to fear that otherwise death or grievous hurt might ensue, in which case that the person would have full measure of right of private
Whether entering a residential place at breaking into a residential place at night entitles the defendant to cause death.
Ma'am, under section 103, under the secondly of 103 section of IPC, ma'am, he is entitled to cause death in the exercise of right of private defense in the act of housebreaking by night. But there is some restriction on it, as mentioned under section 99 of IPC. He can cause the death, but the restrictions are applicable.
What is the restriction in this case?
Ma'am, the restriction is that more harm than it was required cannot be inflicted. Like the person should, there should be a probable reason that they should be, the reason should not unduly.
Which are the cases of housebreaking in which people can kill, and which are the cases in which they cannot?
Ma'am, if there is assault in the case of housebreaking by night.
Does it say so? Does the section say so?
No, ma'am, it is.
That if there is housebreaking with assault, then you can kill?
No, ma'am, it has just mentioned the housebreaking by night.
And there are two separate sections. One is the assault on the person, the other one is on the property.
Yes, ma'am, it is the.
You cannot take the two sections together.
No, ma'am, I'm saying that the right of private defense is that against the property can defend your property. When
yes.
Yes,
and how do you defend the property?
Ma'am, it can defend your property by causing death if it is required in the case.
Yeah, but the section says it may require. So I'm asking you, which cases would you say in housebreaking one can kill, and which are the cases in which one cannot kill?
Ma'am,
going by your argument of that you cannot use more force than required. So okay. Which will be those instances?
Ma'am, in the case of robbery by mischief of fire, these are the cases of house.
No, are these part of the legislation or a judicial judgment? which says
Ma'am,
unless there is robbery, unless there is use of force in housebreaking, you cannot use.
okay,
Are there any cases?
okay, ma'am, you're asking about the case to support.
Yeah, if
Yes,
you have a
ma'am.
case,
Yeah, okay, yes, ma'am.
explain.
Yes, ma'am. In the state versus ADRA, one cannot avail the benefit of this exception. Like if one is attempting to trespass, but once the trespass has ceased, then the person cannot avail this benefit.
Yeah, the
If
trespass did not cease.
yes,
Has it ceased in our
yes, ma'am.
case?
Yes, ma'am. But if it is in a continuous process, then the person can use his defense against to defend his property.
Yeah, the judgment you're referred to said very clearly says it will cease only when there is no more trespass.
Ma'am, as of now, I don't have any statement to support this claim right now.
Okay, okay, continue.
Okay, ma'am. Uh,
What are you appealing again? What are you appealing for?
Ma'am, I'm appealing for that the acquittal of the accused under section 302 should be set aside and he should be held
Yeah,
guilty.
so focus on your argument, forget about the defense.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, why should
So,
it be 302?
ma'am, I should focus on the. Okay, ma'am. The council. So, ma'am, should I proceed to the issue number two directly?
Yes.
Okay, so it is humbly submitted before this honorable court that the accused is guilty of the murder because of the four avertments. And proceeding with the first submission, the council will be dealing with these submissions one by one. The accused act comes within the ambit of first clause of section 300. It is humbly submitted that it has already been contended that the accused intention of causing death of the person inside the bathroom without admitting but for the sake of arguments. Even if we admit that the accused believes that the person inside was intruder, even then he is to be held guilty of the offence of murder. In the case of public prosecutor versus Mushrumu Suryanarayan Murthy, it was held that the offence of murder does not require uh, the offender should intend to kill or know himself that he is likely to kill any particular person. It is enough if he causes the death of anyone by doing an act with the intention of causing death
No, no,
to
no, no, no.
anyone. Yes,
Commissioner
ma'am.
doesn't work here. Because in this case, he certainly had the intention to kill the intruder. He
Yes,
acquired
ma'am.
with the intention to kill.
Ma'am, my
But
contention
in
is,
rights of the private defense,
ma'am, my contention is that he had the intention to kill the person behind the door, but for the sake of
yes.
yes, ma'am, for the sake of, ma'am, it can be Maria also, but for the sake of arguments, we are contending that it was, we are just believing by going by his belief that there was an intruder. In that case, also, he'll be held guilty for murder only, be it any person, because
So
the
then what
section,
happened to the general exceptions? If it is
ma'am,
in private defense with intention to kill, you can kill.
ma'am, if the exception 2 of the section 300 deals with those cases wherein a person exceeds the right of private defense,
That
and
is
if
exceeding. Exceeding
yes,
is
ma'am,
different. But if somebody has killed in the exercise of private defense without exceeding,
yes,
there
ma'am,
is no punishment.
ma'am, but in this case, if the excess is intentional, the offense is murder. If it is unintentional, it is culpable homicide. So it is my contention is that in this case also that the person has exceeded the harm in the case in the exception 2. So, ma'am, the exception 2 of 300 is not applicable. He cannot claim the defense of private defense. So, ma'am, he'll be held guilty of murder only in this case, as it was intentional to kill the person behind the door.
Yeah, the intention to kill the person behind the door who was an intruder as per his belief.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's justified if it is an intruder.
Ma'am, I'm not getting what.
If it's an intruder
Yes, ma'am.
and he intentionally kills him, it's a
Yes, ma'am.
defense.
No, ma'am. My contention is that even if it is the intruder, in that case also the accused will be held guilty for the offense of murder only. I'm not saying that he has intentionally killed Maria, but even if we believe
No,
that
no,
there
no,
was,
no. If he had the intention to kill the intruder, he is not guilty of it.
ma'am, but if, ma'am, my submission is that the exception 2 is not applicable to the facts of the present case.
We are not in the exception at all. He is claiming full defense. He's not asking exceeding.
No, ma'am, I'm contending that he has exceeded his right.
So you are saying he had a right.
Yes, ma'am.
If
It
it,
is, ma'am.
if it
I'm not accepting that he has a right,
if he
but for
had
the
a
sake,
right, only then he can exceed.
ma'am, I'm not.
If he's exceeded, it is 304.
No, ma'am. I'm just contending. I'm not accepting, but for the sake of arguments, I am believing. I'm going by his belief. Even in that case, also, he'll be held guilty for murder only,
Why?
ma'am. Because exception two is not
You've not
applicable.
been able to tell us any case which say there
Yes,
must be
ma'am.
assault before
Yes,
you can kill.
ma'am.
So
Ma'am, in
then,
the yes, ma'am, in the state versus ADRA, it was held that one cannot avail of this benefit if he himself was the aggressor and there was no need for killing the deceased when a
he's an
person.
aggressor. Is he an aggressor? He was in somebody else's house. He was defending his own house.
No, ma'am, in the Lakshmi Kori versus State of Bihar, it was held that if the appellant initially had the right of private defense but subsequently intended to cause far more harm, then it was necessary for his
Yeah. So
defense.
where is the subsequent in this case? What
Yes,
happened
ma'am.
in
It is
between?
yes, yes, ma'am. It
Somebody
is.
entered my house. I have fired at him.
Yes, ma'am. It is submitted that even if the accused believed that there was an intruder, then, ma'am, he is held aggressor. There was no need for killing the intruder as he posed no threat to the accused as he never appeared. There were just mere
He's not
noises.
asking defense under 90, under 100. He's asking for 100 to the
No, no,
right to
ma'am.
property.
I am saying that,
Their
ma'am.
private
Ma-
defense of property is claiming you are arguing under person. He's not saying it
no,
was
no,
a threat
ma'am.
to my person.
Ma'am, there
It's
were
a threat
just
to my
yes, ma'am.
property.
Ma'am, there were just mere noises from the bathroom, and he fired 4 bullets for his property. Even if there was some belief he could have fired 1 or 2 bullets, he did not even warn about his possession of the pistol. There could be any person who would be underage, also. So, ma'am, he could have warned the person if he was under such belief that there was an intruder. There was no need for firing 4 bullets. He could have fired 1 or 2 bullets if he wanted to defend his property. Ma'am, in the meanwhile, he has the time to recourse to the public authorities also. As mentioned, the Darshan Singh case versus State of Punjab. So, if one has the time to recourse to the public authorities, then
When
also,
was that time? When was that time to take recourse to public authority?
ma'am, in the meanwhile, when he came
When,
from
when,
the,
when, from which meanwhile?
ma'am,
Somebody has
from
entered
yes,
your house.
ma'am,
No, no, think of yourself. Somebody has entered your house.
ma'am,
So
he is
you will
not
now
sure.
first call, you will, no, that he's sure about it. So you will first call the police and wait. Let the police come.
No, ma'am, there
Let him
was
enter my house. First he has broken my window. Now he'll put up my door. I'll wait for the police.
yes, ma'am,
Is that what
ma'am.
you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm saying that under the paragraph 4 of the mood problem, it is
Mhm.
mentioned that while the door was closed, the door was locked from inside. So, ma'am, the person was not outside. He hasn't seen the person. There was no assault or he did not
So
make
is
any
there any
gesture.
provision? Is there any provision which says he should see you do not don't fire till you see the person? Is there any provision or the interpretation?
Yes, ma'am. Under section 100 of IPC, if we
Is
see,
he claiming benefit under 100?
ma'am is just claiming the benefit. The facts are not so clear that what is he claiming. So, ma'am,
Mhm.
as per the like my submission, so, ma'am, it is that under section 100, it is mentioned that a person assault is mentioned under 100 section 351 of IPC. So, in that case, there was no assault. The person did not make any gesture towards him.
Okay, what's your relief? What the relief you're asking?
Uh, ma'am, and the relief I'm asking, ma'am, you mean the prayer? Should I proceed to the
Yes,
prayer?
yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. It is humbly prayed that this honorable court may be pleased to declare that appeal is allowed. Acquittal of the accused for the offence of murder under Section 302 is set aside, and the accused is held guilty for the offence of murder under Section 302 IPC, or pass any order, direction, or relief that it may deem fit in the interest of
Under
justice,
section
fairness.
300, which clause are you applying? 300 firstly or thirdly?
Ma'am, 300 first. Ma'am, 300 first read with the 301 IPC.
Okay. Rajiv Ranjan.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yes,
afternoon.
Rajiv. Good afternoon.
I am Rajiv appearing on the behalf of Mr. Jerome, respondent in this case, Jerome versus State of Maharashtra.
Is it Jerome versus
The-
State of Maharashtra? Has Jerome gone to appeal? On an appeal?
On behalf of respondent, Mr. Jerome.
Yeah, that's all right. But whether the case title will be Jerome versus State of
The
Maharashtra?
State of No, ma'am. State of Maharashtra versus Jerome.
Okay, continue.
If Your Honor are well versed with the fact of the case, the council seeks permission to present my pleadings.
Yes, please.
Your Honor, there are primarily three issues. Number one, whether respondent is guilty of offense under section 302 of IPC. Here, ma'am, Your Honor, I would like to introduce as presumption of innocence. Our law are based on the common law and the equality of law. One of the important and well-known principles is that person is
Is that
believed
the
to be
only issue you're
innocent.
dealing with? Only one issue?
No, ma'am. There
What
are
are the
three
other
issues.
issues? What are the other issues?
Ma'am, other second issue is whether the respondent acted under the mistake of facts, and the last one is whether the right of private defense has been legitimately exercised.
Okay, tell us third.
Okay, ma'am. Right of private defense has been defined under section 96 to 106 of IPC Pin 1960. This right extends to the protection of not only one's own body and property, but also the
Which year did you say the IPC is?
1960.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
IPC? 1860.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. 1960.
Continue.
The provision contained in this section give authority to a person to use necessary force against an assailant or wrongdoer for the purpose of protecting one's own body and property, as also another body and property when immediate aid from the state machinery is not readily available. Responded here in my case. Respondent heard the sound of a window opening in the bathroom. He whispers to Maria to get down and phone the police. Before proceeding the passage leading to the bathroom, he was not wearing his prosthetics legs and just
Will it make any difference if he was wearing his prosthetic legs?
yes, ma'am.
Whether in if he had हाँ अगर वो पहने हुआ था prosthetic legs तो उसको right of private defense था कि नहीं था?
मैम बिल्कुल था.
तो उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है उसने prosthetic legs नहीं पहनी थी?
मैम उसने prosthetic legs नहीं पहनी थी, इससे पता चलता है कि उसने अपने घर में ऐसा पाया अचानक कि कोई इंट्रूडर आ गया है.
वो तो prosthetic legs करके भी पता कर सकता है.
नो मैम, अचानक कोई एक्ट करने से पहले वो सोची समझी है तो थी नहीं. उसने बस बचाने के लिए सोचना चाहा कि पहले मैं जाके देख लूं कि ऐसा कुछ है या नहीं. ऊपर से उसके साथ उसकी पार्टनर भी थी, उसको भी उसको बचाना था. दैट्स व्हाई वी वेंट सडनली. उसके बाद मैम फैक्ट में एक ये भी चीज है कि उसने पहले जाके देखा और उसने फिर अचानक कोई आवाज सुना, उसके बाद उसने आके अपना पिस्टल अपना लेके गया दोबारा. इससे मैम पता चलता है कि कोई इंट्रूडर उसके घर में आ चुका था. Section 102 of IPC provides for the commencement and the continuance of the right of private defense of the body. If the assault causes reasonable apprehension of the death or grievous hurt to the person exercising the right, a person who is immediate and reasonable danger of losing of his life or limb may, in the exercise of right of self-defense, inflict any harm, even extending to the death on the assailant, either whether the assailant is attempted or directly threatened. In the present case, respondent heard the sound of the window opening in the bathroom. He whispered to Maria to get down and phone the police. Before proceeding to the passage leading to the bathroom, he was not wearing his prosthetics leg at that stage. There was reasonable apprehension of imminent danger both on life as well as property of Jerome. Not only that, there was also, ma'am, danger of sexual misconduct on his girlfriend as well. In these circumstances, it was not possible for him to decide or to give it a thought as to what would amount to unduly disproportionate conduct. He just fired depending on his instinct. It is quite clear that there was no premeditation on the part of our client. Also, he could not see the deceased directly, so it cannot be said that he intentionally killed his girlfriend. Also, estate needs to establish the motive on the part of the estate as to why would he kill her on Valentine's Day. Thus, the following observation made in above mentioned judgments, we can say that in heat of circumstances shot and killed Maria under a mistaken of belief that such person had intruded his house and that he had a reasonable belief that he was entitled to open fire in exercise of his supposed right of private defense.
Why
Thus, the
did he fire?
respondent-
Why did he fire 4 times?
मैम यहाँ पे तो एक तो वो बहुत सडन में किया, उसके बाद से वो
तो
भगाना
ठीक है,
चाहता
मगर
था।
4 बारी क्यों मारा?
मैम हो सकता है उसके पास आखिरी गोली चौथी गोली हो सकती है पिस्टल में। उसने
मतलब 6
पूरी
होते
की
तो
पूरी
6
गोली
निकाल देता, 6 होते तो 6 लगा
या
देता. So
मैम
that means that he is exceeding his right of private defense.
नो मैम, वहां पे ये हो सकता है कि एक तो मैम वो सडन एक्ट में आके उसको ये समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि वो क्या करना चाह रहा है। मतलब सिर्फ वो चाहता था कि अपने प्रॉपर्टी और खुद को और अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड को बचाने के लिए इंट्रूडर को
Yeah,
कैसे
so
भी भगा
firing
दे।
a couple of times is still understandable, but 4 times?
मैम आई जस्ट वांटेड टू से दैट मैम कि उसको ये नहीं पता था कि उसने पहली गोली कब चलाई, दूसरी कब चलाई। उसके पास जितनी गोली थी उसने सारे चला दिए। इससे लगता है कि वो अपने कॉन्शियस माइंड में उस समय नहीं था। मे बी वो सिर्फ भगाना चाहता था, दैट्स व्हाई मैम।
भगाना चाहता था, मारना चाहता था?
नो मैम, इंट्रूडर को तो बस भगाना चाहता था।
4 दफा गोली चला के भगाना ही चाह रहा है?
मैम योर ऑनर, जैसा कि मैंने बोला यहाँ पे कि वो इस स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में नहीं था कि उसने कितनी गोली चलाई है, 1 गोली चलाई है या 2 गोली चलाई है।
Okay, continue.
Thus, he took this step as a preventive measure and not punitive one, as he fired shots on the door and not deceived directly. The respondent was facing a reasonable apprehension of threat on himself, his girlfriend, and his property. He cannot be expected to modulate his defense step by step with any arithmetical calculation of any that much which is required in the thinking of a man in ordinary times or under normal circumstances. So the plea of private defense of body may be legitimately raised in the present case and should be considered by the appellate court in the present matter.
But in this matter, in this case, your client has been convicted for 304. You have not filed any appeal against that. So can you now plead innocence?
Sorry,
You have not filed any appeal against your conviction under 304.
No, ma'am.
So are you all right with the 304 continuing? Conviction under 304 continuing?
नो मैम, मैं प्रेयर में कहना चाहूंगा कि मैम कि उसको अगर चाहे तो एक बार माइन्यूट डिटेल कोर्ट चेक करके और मेरी जो 304 का जो अंडर सजा मिली है उसको भी खत्म कर दे।
किस ग्राउंड पे खत्म कर दे?
सॉरी योर ऑनर, आई कैन नॉट रिकॉल राइट नाउ।
और कोई प्रेयर है आपकी?
Yes, ma'am. Reject the appellant's prayer for establishing culpable homicide amounting to murder and uphold the judgment passed by the session court.
We should uphold the judgment passed by the session court?
Yeah, before reject the appellant's plea for culpable homicide amounting to murder and acquit the respondent on the basis of mistakes of fact.
तो आप
private defense.
आप acquittal चाह रहे हो, upholding of the judgment of the session court चाह रहे हो, क्या चाह रहे हो?
मैम पहले एक्विटल चाह रहा हूँ, अगर इफ नॉट, अगर ये नहीं हो पाता है तो उसके बाद अपहोल्ड द जजमेंट पास्ड बाय द सेशन कोर्ट।
304 का।
यस मैम।
ओके, कुछ और कहना है?
थैंक यू।
ओके, अक्षय। Good afternoon.
I'm Akshay.
Yes, Akshay.
Should I start?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, I'm Akshay, Counsel of the behalf of State in case of State of Consequences. This is Mr. Javan. The Council has approved this court under Section 378 CRPC.
You have to speak a little louder. I can't hear you.
Okay. The
Yeah.
Council has approached the court under Section 378 CRPC.
What does it say? 378?
If your lordship is well versed with the facts of the case, the Council.
No, I asked you a question. What does Section 378 say? What does it provide? You said you have approached the court under Section 378. So I'm asking you, what does it provide?
Appeal to higher court.
Appeal?
Appeal
Continue.
to higher,
Appeal to High Court under what? To High Court?
higher court, higher jurisdiction.
In what circumstances?
To direct the High Court from an ordinance jurisdiction or appellate.
Haji? आपके पास है 378 है सेक्शन?
Yes.
हाँ, तो पढ़ के बताओ क्या लिखा है?
An appellate order of acquitted passed by any court other than High Court or an order of acquittal passed by Court of Session and Revision.
Yeah, but is this a case of acquittal?
No.
Then how can you use 378?
Sorry, no.
So which provision applies in this case?
Section 377. no.
377. What does it say? What does 377 is about?
If conviction is in case in which the offense has been, when an appeal has been filed against the sentence of the ground of its identification, High Court shall not enhance the sentence except after giving the.
So is this case about enhancement? Is the present case about enhancement? Are you asking for enhancement of sentence for 304?
No, ma'am. No. Conviction.
Then how will 377 apply? Continue. Continue. What are the issues? Akshay, what are the issues?
Issues are whether it is a case of culpable homicide or murder, whether or not it fulfills the requirement of murder, whether or not trial court relied only on the circumstantial evidence. There are three issues. The council seek permission to present this first issue.
What is the first issue?
Whether it is a case of culpable homicide or murder.
Okay, tell us.
State most humbly submits the appeal again filed under Section 377 CRPC 1973 is maintained. maintainable. The decision of trial court is not based on sound reason because trial court has focused mainly on the intention part, hence has convicted accused under section 299
Little
instead of
loudly,
section
Akshay. Little loudly, Akshay.
instead of section 300. The trial court has failed to go beyond intention part. Also, also, murder is an aggravated form of culpable homicide. If risk is of lower degree, it is culpable homicide, and if risk is of higher degree, then death is probable result. It will be murder. In dealing with the same question of law in Anda versus State of Rajasthan, the Supreme Court analyzed the section 299 and 300. The court observed that offense of culpable homicide as defined in section 299 involves an doing of an act with the intention of causing death or such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. It observed that the word likely implies higher and lower degree of probability. The court also explained acts in all the clauses of section 299 300 denotes not only a single act but also series of acts taken as a single act. In this case, the court held that true injuries were not on vital parts of the body, but medical opinion and other facts states that offense was a murder under section 300 thirdly, because the injuries caused were intended to be caused and were sufficient in ordinary course of nature to cause death, even though it can not be said that death of the deceased were intended. The case, this case clearly falls within the ambit of section 300 thirdly.
If you fire at somebody 4 times, do you think we are doing with the intention to cause such bodily injury as is sufficient to cause death? Or is it with the intention to cause death?
Intention to cause such a bodily injury because
4 times.
he has fired 4 times.
So 4 times you fire at somebody. The intention is only to cause such bodily injuries as is sufficient to cause death. It is not a clear case of intention to cause death.
Yeah, it is also it is a case of intention to kill death, but it is not clear.
What's not clear? Firing at somebody, you believe somebody to be inside, and you fire at that person 4 times. You are still wanting to cause injuries only. You are not wanting the person dead.
Yes.
Then why are you asking thirdly? And not firstly?
Because it is hard to prove intention when in firstly.
Why? How it is easy to prove intention in the thirdly? Thirdly also is intention. It's only firing at the door. Where is the intention to cause bodily injury to a human being?
Because he thinks someone is there.
Yeah, so then that someone he wants to kill or he doesn't want to kill.
He has intention to kill that. That's why he fired 4 times, not
yeah, so
time.
simple. It is firstly. There's no need for thirdly. But his claim is he fired believing this to be an intruder. If it was an intruder, he is entitled to acquittal. If it was not an intruder, and then, but you think that it was an act in private defense, then exceeding private defense, then you have to prove that he exceeded his right to private defense. Therefore, 304 again. So for you to say 302, you have to say there's no exception applicable. So why do you say, what facts do you say that none of the exceptions were applicable to him? What are the facts which indicate that he had no exception applicable to him, neither of exceeding private defense nor of private defense? Okay. And it's a clear case of murder. That's what you need to prove.
First, Mr. Jerome had intention as he has shot 4 times from his 9 mm, not
right.
1 time. First, also, it is clear from the fact that they had a petty tension and conflict between both, as evidenced by transcript of text message that had passed between them.
What do the text messages indicate?
Tension between both of them, and then this proves the intention.
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
whether the facts indicate that the tension were of such a nature that he is likely to kill her.
Yeah, it may be. It can.
So where is it part of the fact sheet?
No, it is not part of it.
Then how do we say that?
Also, Mr. Jerome has won Olympics and Paralympics, so should not be seen as a physically challenged person and can perform all work as a normal human being, and so cannot.
So
take
what is a normal human being supposed to do if you get an intruder in your house?
You can shot one time and but
So
not four times.
so then you're saying he exceeded his right of private defense.
Yes, he exceeded.
So if you did that, then it's 304 only, which has been rightly done by a sessions judge. If you say he's exceeded, then you're saying he has an exception, but he exceeded the right, and therefore 304. Then the conviction by session judge is right. What are you appealing against? Do you have any case law to quote in support of your position?
Virsa Singh is state of Punjab.
What does it say?
Virsa Singh is versus state of Punjab.
What does it provide for?
It has to be shown that there was intention to inflict injury on the part of accused. Second, the bodily injury inflicted was sufficient in ordinary course of nature to cause death. When both these parts are present, then offense is under section 330. It doesn't matter that there was no knowledge that fact and the act of that kind will be likely to cause death.
Okay, what's your prayer?
Wherefore, in the light of fact sheet issue raised and authority cited argument advance, it is most humbly prayed before this honorable court that it may be pleased to set aside the judgment of trial court, convict the accused on the strong ground advanced, and or pass any other order that it may deem fit in the interest of justice, equity, and good conscience.
Okay. Devika, what's next? Devika. Yeah, Devika.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I'm Devika Patel, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jerome, who is respondent in the instant case in the dispute between State of Maharashtra versus Mr. Jerome. The council seeks
Is
permission.
the title of the case State of Maharashtra versus Mr. Jerome?
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, State of Maharashtra versus Mr. Jerome is the title of the case.
Ma'am, it's State versus Jerome.
Okay.
The council seeks permission to address the bench as your honor. The respondent appeared before the Honorable High Court in response to the appeal filed by the appellant.
You accept the jurisdiction?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Why?
Because, ma'am, in case of K. Prakashan versus P.K. Sundaran, when two views are possible, appellant court should not reverse the judgment of the acquittal merely because the other view was possible. When judgment of the trial court was neither.
The question is not on merit. The question is on preliminary objection and jurisdiction. You said you do not accept the jurisdiction. Why? Why don't you accept the jurisdiction? Under which section have they filed the appeal?
Under 378 CRPC.
So do you think this is a right section to file an appeal under?
No, ma'am.
So why it is not right?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not well
Continue.
versed with.
Continue with your issue. Continue with your case.
If Your Honor are well versed with the facts of the case, the counsel seeks permission to present the pleading.
Yes, please.
Your Honor, there are primarily two issues. Firstly, whether the act of the respondent falls under the murder or culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Secondly, whether the respondent had intention to kill the deceased. The counsel seeks permission to present its first issue.
Yes.
Issue 1, whether the act of the respondent falls under murder or culpable homicide not amounting to murder. As this is the case of appeal, earlier in this case, the Court of Session convicted the respondent for culpable homicide not amounting to murder, holding that there was no intention to kill the person behind the door. And the act done by the respondent was only to save himself and his girlfriend's life from the intruders in private defense, which comes under Section 300, Exception 2. In Nara Singh Chalan versus State of Orissa 1997, culpable homicide is not murder if the offender exercise in good faith of the right of private defense of person or property exceed the power given to him by law and causes the death of the person against whom he is exercising such right of defense without premeditation and without any intention of doing more harm than is necessary for the purpose of such defense.
So you are agreeing that session judge was right in convicting him for 302? 304. No.
Yes,
So
yes,
you are
ma'am.
thinking session judge was right in convicting him for 304.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not asking for acquittal.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
We can refer the case of Balbir Singh.
And why do you think he has exceeded his right?
Because, ma'am, he shot 4 times at the door while when just a second. Ma'am, when he heard the sound of the window opening in the bathroom, he thought that there was an intruder who climbed with the help of the ladder and entered the bathroom. But when he peeped through the toilet, when he peeped around the wall, he saw that there was no one in the bathroom. So he should not have shot 4 pistols at that time.
Yeah, but within the bathroom there was a toilet. Within the bathroom there was a toilet which was locked from inside.
Yes.
So he did not know who was in the toilet. He knew that there was nobody in the bathroom, but there was somebody in the toilet.
Yes, ma'am.
So why do you think you are ready to argue that he exceeded his right to private defense? Did he have a right to kill in these circumstances or not, if there was an intruder in the toilet?
As he was physically handicapped, so at that time, he has no other option.
So then why are you saying he has exceeded his right?
Yes, ma'am, he has exceeded his right.
He has.
Yes, ma'am.
Just because he fired 4 times. Okay, so what is your further argument?
In case of Balbir Singh, in determining whether the accused may succeed this defense, we must first determine whether the accused falls within the ambit of exception 2. There are 3 elements need to be satisfied in the defense. The first element is the act of killing was exercised in good faith. Secondly, the act was not done in excessive harm than necessary. Lastly, the act was done without intention or premeditation. However, there are also 4 limitations which is derived from the case. First, the accused must be free from fault. Secondly, there are some impeding danger to bodily harm. Thirdly, there is no safe or reasonable way of escaping. Lastly, there must be necessity for taking life. Therefore, the counsel submitted that the act does fall under exception 2 of section 300 of IPC, as the act was done out of fear and in private defense to save his life. The shooting was merely an accident, as the respondent is physically handicapped and not so strong that he can save himself from the intruders as a normal person can do. So for his defense, he keep a gun with him. Respondent shot in belief that the intruders were coming to attack him. He did not have time to think and nowhere to go. He never intended to shoot anyone. He pulled the trigger when he heard the noise. He fired into the toilet door. He did not do it purposefully and deliberately, hence the act falls under culpable homicide and not murder.
Okay.
The council seeks permission to present its second issue.
What is the second issue?
Whether the respondent had intention to kill the deceased.
Mhm.
As mentioned on page 14, the judgment in the case of State of Andhra Pradesh versus V. Raya Varappu Punaya, murder requires establishment of the special mens rea, which, while all cases of culpable homicide may not amount to murder. One important parameter to determine culpable homicide is intention. The phrase is attached with guilty mind or criminal intention. In order to analyze intention to cause death, the main issue that are dealt with is to extract the ingredients of intention, to analyze methods to determine intention, and to distinguish intention from other mental elements like knowledge and reason to believe. The rule of determination of intention has been elaborately laid down in the case of Pulli Cherla Narga Raju. It considered elements like weapon was carried by the accused or was picked up on the spot, whether the blow was aimed at a vital part of the body, the amount of force employed in causing injury, whether the act was in course of sudden quarrel or sudden fight or free for all, whether the incident occurred by chance or whether there was any prior enmity or whether there were any grave or sudden provocation, whether it was in the heat of passion, whether the person inflicting the injury has taken due advantage or has acted in a cruel and unusual manner, whether the accused dealt a single blow or several blows. Remembering the
Do you
points of the
think,
above,
as a lawyer, are you duty bound to to zealously represent your client?
sorry ma'am, I didn't get it.
You know, zealous representation? Okay. You are supposed to protect every possible interest of your client.
Yes ma'am.
So is it possible in this case to ask to argue for complete acquittal?
Yes ma'am, it is possible.
Then why are you not taking that plea? Why are you not getting your client completely acquitted when he can be acquitted completely? He pleaded for complete acquittal in the sessions. So why in the High Court you're not asking for complete acquittal?
Sorry ma'am.
Okay, continue.
Madam,
Think on your feet. Why you're not asking for it?
ma'am, because they are मैम ऐसे सर्कमस्टांसेस नहीं बन रहे जिससे ये प्रूफ मतलब इससे प्रूफ किया जा सकता है कि वो बिल्कुल उसमें प्राइवेट डिफेंस में ही वो जाए वो चीज फैक्ट से जो
अगर प्राइवेट डिफेंस है ही नहीं तो एक्सीडिंग हो भी नहीं सकती, फिर एक्सीडिंग में फिर तो 302 का कन्विक्शन होगा। अगर प्राइवेट डिफेंस नहीं है then it is intention to kill, then simple 302
एक्सेप्शन लिया है ना मैम 300 का एक्सेप्शन 2
300 का एक्सेप्शन 2 लोगे तो पहले राइट ऑफ प्राइवेट डिफेंस होगा तभी तो एक्सीड करोगे।
तो मैम प्राइवेट डिफेंस तो है इसमें।
अगर प्राइवेट डिफेंस है तो कंप्लीट एक्विटल क्यों नहीं मांगते हो? प्राइवेट डिफेंस में कंप्लीट एक्विटल होता है कि नहीं होता है? नहीं होता?
यस मैम, ये होता है।
किस सेक्शन में होता है कंप्लीट एक्विटल?
मैम सेक्शन 81 में जाएगा, जनरल एक्सेप्शन।
81 क्या कहता है?
मैम 81 act likely to cause harm but done without criminal intent and to prevent other harm।
ये तो ऐसा नहीं है।
मैम ये
हमारा केस 81 में कैसे पड़ेगा?
मैम नेसेसिटी, एक सेकेंड, मैम नेसेसिटी का प्ली ले सकते हैं, उस समय वो
Okay,
जरूरी
आपकी
था
प्रेयर क्या है आपकी?
Wherefore it is prayer in the light of the issues raised, argument advanced and authorities cited that this honorable court may be pleased to adjourn and declare that the appeal be dismissed and uphold the decision passed by the session court and pass any other order, direction or relief that may deem fit in the best interest of the justice, equity, fairness and good conscience.
Okay. So we have one more today. Amit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I am audible, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am Amit Kumar, appearing on the behalf of State of Maharashtra, appellant in the instant case in dispute between State versus Mr. Jerome.
ऐसे जाना आना बंद करो, ऐसे मत करो।
Sorry, ma'am. May it please this Honorable High Court, the Council seeks permission from Honorable High Court to address the bench.
Yes, please.
The Council has approached this Honorable High Court under Section 377 of CRPC 1973.
Why 377?
Because 377 states that save as otherwise provided in subsection 2, the state government may, in any case of conviction on trial held by any court other than High Court, direct the public prosecutor to present an appeal against the sentence on the ground of inadequacy.
So what is the sentence which has been passed in our fact sheet?
In fact sheet 304.
That's a section for conviction. Where is the sentence?
Sentence is not mentioned, ma'am.
So then how can you ask for an enhancement if you do not know what the sentence is? Maybe the session judge has already given him life imprisonment. That's possible under 304.
The council only seeks that the section 304 set aside and it should affirm 302.
Yes, under which section you can come in appeal to the High Court for asking that. That's certainly not 377. Look into it again and continue.
Okay.
377 certainly is not the right section.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. If Your Honor are well versed with the fact of the case, the council seeks permission to present the pleadings.
Yes.
Your Honor, there are primarily 5 issues in this case. My first issue is whether or not he committed a murder under section 300. Second issue is whether or not he should convict under 302 of IPC. My third issue is whether the principle intentional mind were correctly applied to the accepted facts.
Is it possible that somebody commits murder under 300 and even then he's not liable to be convicted under 302? You're saying they're two separate issues. Now, the first issue is whether he has committed murder under 302, 300.
300.
Then you say, can he be convicted under 302?
Yes.
So I'm asking you the question, is it possible that somebody who has committed murder as per section 300 may not be convicted under 302?
Yes, ma'am, but it is in case of culpable, these are your only exceptions.
Okay.
Right of private defense, like your culpable homicide ban jaye.
Okay.
My third issue, whether the principle
और अगर 300 में ही वो exception में आ गया तो फिर तो 300 में मर्डर हुआ ही नहीं ना?
No, ma'am.
तो अगर 300 में मर्डर हुआ है तो
Yes.
302 में कन्विक्शन होगा या ऑटोमेटिकली होगा, या तो
Yes.
हुआ मर्डर या तो नहीं हुआ मर्डर.
Yes.
तो
ma'am.
सेकंड इशू तो रिडेंडेंट है ना.
Yes.
थर्ड क्या है?
Whether the principle of intentional mind were correctly applied to the accepted facts and the conduct of the accused, including error in objecto. My fourth issue is whether the court correctly convinced and applied the legal principle pertaining to circumstantial evidence and or pertaining to multiple defense by the accused. My fifth issue is whether the court was correct in its construction and reliance on an alternative version of the accused, and that is alternative version was reasonably possibly true.
So focus on your issue 4.
Issue 4. Okay. Whether the court, may I start, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes. Much obliged. Issue 4th, whether the court correctly convinced and applied the legal principle pertaining to circumstantial evidence and or pertaining to multiple defense by an accused. Session court did not apply the law because here act of accused come under section 300 rather than 299, culpable
No,
homicide.
Your issue 4 is relating to circumstantial evidence. So what are the principles relating to circumstantial evidence? But read your issue, then focus on the laws relating to circumstantial evidence.
Whether the court correctly convinced and applied the legal principle pertaining to circumstantial evidence and or pertaining.
So tell us what are the legal principles relating to circumstantial evidence.
Your Honor, there are many circumstantial evidence, like they have pretty conflicts and tension as evidenced by transcript of text message. And in the following early morning screams, gunshots, and loud noise cry for help were heard. And after the incident, the act of the accused shortly after the incident was inconsistent with the conduct of someone who was in the same position, because he must inform to someone prior to hold the body of the deceased. He had enough time to fabricate the evidence in his favor. Evidential material before this court showed that accused acted negligently when he fired the shots into toilet door, knowing that there is someone behind the door and there was very little room. Because a reasonable person, therefore, in the position of the accused with similar disability would have been foreseen that possibility that whoever was behind the door might be killed by the shots, but he didn't think like that.
These are all the circumstantial evidence. But what is the principle?
Sorry, Your Honor, I didn't.
What is the because what is the principle which has not been followed by the session judge? If you frame that issue, then that's what you need to argue. Focus on your fifth issue.
Whether the court was correct in its construction and reliance on the alternative version of the accused, and this alternative version was reasonably as plea taken by the accused that he had threatened apprehension from the intruder, but he was not sure about it because it was only opening of the window. It may by any यानी ये किसी तरह भी हो सकती है, विंडो ओपनिंग हो सकती है, not breaking of the window. So he is not sure about it. Despite of that,
क्या possibilities है? विंडो कैसे खुल सकती है?
मैम
क्या possibilities है?
हवा तेज चल रही हो या फिर उसके स्क्रू पहले से ही अगर
एज ए प्रोसिक्यूशन आपको तो एविडेंस देना चाहिए था कि उस दिन हवा बहुत तेज चल रही थी, तूफान आया हुआ था तो खिड़की खुल सकती थी, वो तो आपने दिया नहीं एविडेंस. और क्या पॉसिबिलिटी है विंडो और कैसे खुल सकती है? क्योंकि आपका तो योर बर्डन इज टू प्रूव योर केस बियॉन्ड रीजनेबल डाउट.
Yes.
So you have to give us a reasonable explanation as to if it was not the intruder, how would the window get opened? या तो आप कहेंगे नहीं ये तो झूठ बात है, विंडो तो खुली ही नहीं थी, खुलने की आवाज ही नहीं आई विंडो की, तो उसके लिए भी एविडेंस देना पड़ेगा कि देखो फोटो देख रखी हमने, कहीं तो विंडो खुली हुई नहीं थी, वो तो आपने दिया नहीं हमें एविडेंस।
यस मैम, ये अभी तो हवा चलने की वजह से, या फिर उसका पहले से ही कोई मेंटेनेंस बाकी हो, तो उसकी वजह से भी हो सकता है कि वो विंडो के।
ये तो सारे हाइपोथेसिस हैं, आपको तो प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा ना, प्रोसिक्यूशन हो। अब तो स्टेट की तरफ से कह रहे हो कि नहीं विंडो तो बंद ही थी, आपने तो ये तो एविडेंस तो दिया नहीं कि विंडो तो बंद थी। उसने कहा जी विंडो खुली, और मैंने सोचा इंट्रूडर अंदर घुसा है विंडो खोल के।
यस मैम, बट जब वो बाथरूम में गया था चेक करने के लिए, तो वहां पर कोई नहीं था।
बाथरूम में नहीं था, टॉयलेट में तो था अंदर।
टॉयलेट में।
बाथरूम में लोग नहाते हैं, टॉयलेट में एब्लोशन के लिए जाते हैं।
यस मैम, बस पर
हाँ,
उसने तो पहले से सोचा था ना कि बाथरूम की विंडो ही ओपन हुई है।
तो उसके अंदर ही, बाथरूम के अंदर ही टॉयलेट है ना।
यस मैम।
तो अभी वो टॉयलेट से बाथरूम तक नहीं आया बंदा, बंदा अंदर टॉयलेट में ही है।
मैम, अगर उसकी जो विंडो इतनी छोटी हुई कि वहां से कोई इंट्रूडर आ नहीं सकता।
आपने बताया था इतनी छोटी है, क्या नहीं सकता। हाँ, तो प्रोसिक्यूशन होना, एज योर बर्डन इज टू प्रूव दिस थिंग्स, ये तो हाइपोथेसिस थोड़ी चल सकता है ऐसा प्रोसिक्यूशन। यू टू प्रूव दिस फैक्ट्स इफ यू आर आर्ग्यूइंग दैट कि उसमें से कोई आ ही नहीं सकता था, इतना छोटा विंडो था। तो चलो फर्स्ट इश्यू बता दो। What are your arguments on first issue?
First issue, whether or not he committed murder under Section 300. It is most simply Section 300, Clause 1 of IPC 1868 said that except in the case hereafter in accepted, culpable homicide is murder, if the act by which the death is caused is done with the intention of causing death, as described in the fact and aforesaid circumstantial evidence. The fact is accused and deceased has some conflict, which has been shown in the transcript text message. Then, unfortunate early morning, the deceased same happened between them, and the deceased ran and locked herself in the bathroom due to the altercation occurred between them. And accused follow her there and fire 4 times shots at her through the locked door. These shots struck her and she died as a result. I would like to refer in case of State versus Oscar Pistorius 2016 का case. In this case, lower trial court held that trial court convicted the accused inter alia culpable homicide and sentence imprisonment of period of not exceeding 5 years. But higher court alter it in the and held that circumstances in this matter have changed as the accused has now been found guilty of murder dolus eventually principle, which is more serious than culpable homicide.
In case of Pistorius case, whether the High Court changed the conviction to murder?
Yes, ma'am.
No, they only did an enhancement of sentence. They did not change the conviction. They only said for culpable homicide, 5 years was too short. They increased the sentence. And for culpable homicide also, the punishment can be up to 10 years or can be life imprisonment. But the conviction was not changed in that case. You are asking for change in conviction in this case, in the present appeal. You're not asking for enhancement because sentence to pata hi nahi hame.
Sorry, Your Honor. I think it may be Supreme Court maybe.
Whatever the court might be, that matter never got converted from culpable homicide to murder. The accused was held guilty of culpable homicide only. Only the sentence was increased in the appeal. So why in your case it should be a conviction for murder and not for culpable homicide?
Because South African, under the principle dolus eventually, a person can be convicted of murder if they foresaw the possibility of their action resulting in the death of someone, but continue regardless. In this case, the same happened. He know that maybe someone behind the door, but he did not understand it and fired 4 times
Mhm.
at the door of the toilet. It show his intentional mind.
Yeah, but why did he fire 4 times? Because he thought there was an intruder inside.
Yes, Your Honor, but if we conclude, if we take it another side, doctrine of transfer of malice intention, as stated in Jagjapal Singh versus State of Punjab 1991, it held that doctrine of malice intention. Supreme Court said that it doesn't matter who died. If the person has the intention to kill someone, it doesn't matter that who died.
Yeah, but if he has the intention to kill the intruder,
Yes.
instead of intruder, somebody else died, then that applies. And killing the intruder in these circumstances is not an offense. Or at least it may be exceeding the right of private defense, but it cannot lead to 302 conviction. But 301 categorically says that if the person killed would have no, when the person was killed, the accused would have been liable for culpable homicide. He will still be liable even if the unintended person died. Or if he had been guilty of murder, he would be still held guilty of murder, irrespective of who died. So in this case, if he is fired at the intruder, but in fact the girlfriend died, he's entitled to the same defense. That goes in his favor.
No, Your Honor, doctrine of transfer of malice intention. If he had the intention to kill the intruder, then
Yeah. And the girlfriend died.
his intention is clear that he want to kill someone.
But
Not
killing the intruder in private defense is justified in when there's a breaking into the house.
yes.
So okay, what's your prayer?
Wherefore, in the lights of fact, issue rate and argument, statute referred and authority cited, it is most humbly prayed that this Honorable High Court may plead to hold, adjure, and declare that the accused commit the murder with murder, and the decision of the session court should set aside.
सबने अटेंडेंस लगा दी है? So okay,
Yes,
we can stop recording. We are done for the day.
thank you, ma'am.
It's logging me out when I'm asking you to stop recording. Doesn't want to stop recording.